Lives are impacted by gang activity. Juveniles getting charged with felonies, people seriously being hurt, whether it be assaults, shootings, weapon-related offenses.
Police say gang activity in Austin is trending younger and more violent. Prevention efforts can start as early as elementary school and within the AISD system. Thanks so much for joining us at 10. I'm Daniel Marin. Jennifer has the night off. KXAN's Brianna Hollis takes an in-depth look at gang investigations as part of her series exploring the imprints of crime in our communities.
The story started with something we read about regarding gang activity in this arrest affidavit for a July double murder in Northeast Austin. It states the subject were, quote, known to AISD police due to criminal and gang-related investigations dating back to 2022 as the students were enrolled with the school system. They're now 19 and 20 years old.
Yes, they're out of our school system. They're still kids. I mean, in the general sense, right?
Assistant Chief Travis Pickford has spent 20 years on the AISD police force.
It's really sad to see kids at that age being involved in those level of offenses.
The charges, capital murder of multiple persons. Travis County deputies believe James Sherian and Kevin Parrish shot and killed a 19-year-old woman and a 23-year-old man in the parking lot of a strip club and adult store last month. In the days following the shooting, deputies got anonymous tips about the case, identifying the suspects by their nicknames and, quote, suggesting the shooting was possibly gang-related between two rival gangs.
Can you just speak generally about what the landscape of gang activity looks like in Austin right now?
Sure. So gangs are definitely not new to Austin.
This is a detective with Austin's gang unit. We're concealing his identity because he often works undercover.
We've seen more of a movement, especially with the younger generation, to a hybrid style gang.
What does that mean exactly?
So hybrid gangs are much different than the traditional gangs of the past. They tend to trend younger. They're much more decentralized, meaning they don't have like a top-down hierarchy that you would see with a traditional gang. They're also very fluid, and they fracture a lot, whether it's an internal rivalry or they choose to join a different gang.
And gang affiliation can start early.
And they're not full-fledged gang members, but they idolize it. They think it looks cool. We were seeing that type of behavior as early as elementary school.
This color-coded chart breaks down the city's documented street gangs by color. They range in size from 1 to 37% of the total gang population. Detectives say this makeup is fluid and constantly changing. APD says it's currently tracking about 950 documented street and prison gang members.
One thing that's, a hallmark of the hybrid gang issue is their use of social media. Social media is definitely something that we use to monitor threats when we're looking at these types of gangs.
And it was social media that helped law enforcement identify the two young men from the July homicide. APD and AISD gang investigators discovered Instagram videos and photos where, quote, the male subjects are seen holding and displaying multiple handguns and Draco-style rifles. APD, AISD, and the juvenile public defender all pointed to social media as playing a major role in this new age gang landscape.
Let's say, there's the documented gang members you are tracking through the school system. How does that work on the tracking side, and how are your interactions with them?
It could be their activity on the internet, social media, posting with pictures, claiming gangs in social media. They could be identified by other students. Hey, this student is hanging around with these associated gangs. It could be anything from writings and drawings that we're seeing on schoolwork, on their backpacks, on their clothing.
Now, Ruben Castaneda here, he is the juvenile public defender. His office represents minors who can't afford attorneys. He says gang behavior doesn't always mean official, legally identified gang affiliation.
Most of the kids who we represent who are quote-unquote affiliated with gangs or wannabe, or they claim. And so what they do is they put stuff on their Instagram or their Snapchat showing that they are living the gang lifestyle, when in fact most of them are not. They just want to come off as being tough or want a sense of belonging, which, when you're in adolescence, which is what my clients are, that's what you're trying to do, find an identity and purpose and direction.
Addressing teen gang activity involves not only investigative tactics, but prevention strategies as well.
The administration sets up an intervention, kind of a restorative intervention meeting. And it involves the administrator, the counselor, potentially CIS, the officer, the parent of the student themselves. And they can come together at a table to identify, hey, these are the behaviors that we're seeing out of you. Here's why they're dangerous. Here are the consequences.
I would much rather prevent a shooting than to investigate a shooting. You know, I think that the gang unit is going to keep evolving with the gangs in Austin, and ultimately, you know, it's our goal to keep these types of threats away from our community and to try to find, you know, a better way.
Brianna Hollis, KXAN News.
The two suspects in the July double homicide are still in jail, according to Travis County records. They each have $1 million bonds and are ordered to have no contact with one another. Neither of their attorneys responded to our requests for comment. We go even more in depth on this topic at KXAN.com, where we have law enforcement's message to parents about warning signs and also more details on the prevention program. Now, digging a little deeper, Austin ISD Police had its own gang intervention program for elementary and middle school students, but it went away during the COVID-19 pandemic. Outreach and prevention efforts, though, still exist.